What the hell is going on? Why are there so many people in this call? I thought it was just me, Barack, and Sleepy Joe. And what's with these two weirdos? Who invited Harry Potter's mentally ill cousin? Hold on, who's this guy? Is that the Big Bang Theory guy? Why is he here?
Excuse me, I am Dr. Sheldon Lee Cooper, not just the Big Bang Theory guy. I possess an IQ of 187 and a flawless eidetic memory. Unlike you, Mr. Trump, I do not rely on gut instinct to function in society.
Yeah, nerd. I don't know you, I don't trust you, and I don't want to hear about your IQ unless you're putting it on a gold plaque in Trump Tower. And this girl, who let her in? She looks like she is an albino or something.
Well, Donald, funny story. So, you know how Jill's been married to Joe for what, like 1,000 years?
Wonderful, beautiful 1,000 years.
Yeah, well, she finally had enough. Said she couldn't take it anymore. So, naturally, she did what any rational person would do. She paid Elon Musk to bring Luna Lovegood to life since she's Joe's favorite Harry Potter character.
You're telling me Jill Biden used SpaceX money to turn this nutcase into a real person just so she wouldn't have to be married to Sleepy Joe anymore? I guess Elon is slacking off on his Doge duties. He is supposed to help my wallet, not Joe or Jill's.
It's been the happiest days of my life, Jack.
I do sense deep trauma in Jill's aura, though. She radiates an energy of desperation, almost like a Cornish pixie trapped in a glass jar, thrashing about, slowly running out of air.
What the hell is she even saying? I think I'm losing brain cells just listening to her.
Don't worry about me, Don. I'm only here because, well, Hillary kicked me out again.
Ooh, big shocker there. What was it this time?
Caught me sleeping with Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan. Jesus, Bill, what year do you think it is? Joe might even be able to tell you what's going on?
I say, man, I like nostalgia. But then I went to stay with Monica, and she got all mad because I tried to get a threesome going with her and Lindsay. So now I'm homeless.
Not true. Bill's staying in my Toys R Us basement.
You're what? Oh, my goodness, wait a second.
Yeah, it turns out Joe's got a whole underground setup in his newly rebuilt Toys R Us. It's kind of nice. Rick Astley's been rehearsing there since they're prepping for the grand opening.
That is the most absurd arrangement I have ever heard, and I once witnessed my roommate attempt to train a pigeon to attack a delivery man.
And what about you? What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, Sheldon? Found him on the side of the road. Looked real pathetic.
I was not pathetic. I was performing an observational study on the behavioral tendencies of urban passerby.
Yeah, whatever. You were a fucking hobo. I felt bad for you, even though you were the most annoying man I've ever met.
So let me get this straight. We got Biden's imaginary girlfriend, a washed-up sitcom nerd, and Bill Clinton, the only man to get thrown out by two women in the same night?
Actually, I prefer the term manifested entity from a higher plane of existence.
I hate this call so much, but folks, let's get to the point. We're ranking stores today. That's right, the greatest minds of our time, well, me mostly, are coming together to decide which stores are winners and which ones are total disasters.
Yep, Jack, we got the best team for this. Real expertise. I've been in many of these stores, sometimes for hours, just wandering around until the Secret Service finds me. Half of them resign, though, so the other half may leave soon, too.
Yeah, and we're starting with Walmart. Now, this is a big one. The People's Store. You go in for toothpaste, come out with a kayak, a gallon of ranch, and deep regret. Every time I am in there, I feel as though I'm trapped in a herd of cattle.
Walmart carries such an eclectic mix of energies. You can buy a pet goldfish while witnessing a brawl over the last discounted lawn chair. It's rather exciting.
Wrong. Walmart is a dystopian nightmare. Every time I go there, I see someone in pajama pants, a baby chewing on a hot Cheeto bag, and a guy named Kyle with face tattoos buying Monster Energy in bulk. It's disgusting.
Now hold on, Don. Walmart is where the real America shops. You ever hit up that rotisserie chicken section at 2 a.m.? That's peak human experience right there.
Walmart is an abhorrent labyrinth of low-quality consumer goods, screaming children, and unsanitary self-checkout screens. If not for the occasional bargain on laboratory glassware, I would never set foot in one.
But they got the rollback deals, man. Rollback. That's some real magic. Like when they make a 12-pack of Dr. Thunder only $3.
So your entire presidency was a rollback back to 1975, and not in a good way.
All right, let's focus. We gotta rank Walmart.
Solid A tier for me. I love the chaos. Besides, it was born in my home state, so I gotta give it bonus points for that.
I give it a B. It's an unpredictable realm, but the smell of despair lingers in the air.
I'd give it a Z if I could, but fine, I'll settle for a D.
F, utterly unworthy of human civilization.
The S tier. Love me a good Walmart run.
Target is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Super woke. You walk in and they're already trying to turn your kids into pronoun-loving socialists before you even get to the Lego aisle. Back in my day, stores sold products, not agendas.
Oh, come on, man. You ever been to Target during Christmas or Halloween or Easter? They got everything. One time I walked in for some deodorant, and next thing you know, I'm leaving with a 6-foot skeleton, a pumpkin spice candle, and a little gnome dressed like Santa.
Target is rather enchanting. The aisles shimmer with an unexplainable allure. One moment, you need dish soap, and the next, you've spent $200 on throw pillows and stationery you'll never use. It sucks you in, and no matter what spell I use, its magic rivals even a wizard like myself.
You know, I once had a real moment in a Target. I was in the fitting room when, well, let's just say the security footage got erased real quick.
Target is preferable to Walmart in terms of cleanliness, but it still lacks the efficiency and order of, say, a well-maintained laboratory. Also, their Star Wars Lego selection is consistently lacking, which is unacceptable. They didn't even have any train models or setups. It was subjectively very devastating to me.
You know, I don't mind Target. It's like the bougie cousin of Walmart. You walk in feeling normal, and by the time you leave, you've convinced yourself you needed an expensive air fryer and a coffee mug that says, "Live, laugh, love."
That's what I'm saying, man. Target reminds me of this little place back in ancient Rome. We used to call it Mercatus Maximus. I'd go in for some olives, and next thing you know, I'd leave with a new toga, a pet goat, and a deal on some marble tiles. Simpler times.
Ancient Rome? Joe, you are ancient Rome. At this point, we should be ranking you on this tier list, right below the abandoned Kmart you always claim to respawn in.
All right, let's rank it up. I say A tier. Great place to get lost.
B tier. Functional but flawed.
F. I refuse to support woke corporations trying to make my grandkids wear pink. They should be wearing only red, white, and blue, baby.
All right, looks like we're settling at a solid A tier. Next up, the Home Depot. It's a solid store. I've been here plenty of times. Picked up some wood and cement for a backyard project, got some power tools, real quality stuff. Built a nice little deck.
Oh, please, Barack, let's be honest here. You didn't build a damn thing. Michael did all the work while you stood there holding a clipboard, pretending you hold any value in life.
Come on, man. We all know you're about as handy as a goldfish trying to drive a stick shift. You probably got tired just carrying the receipt.
I bet you spent more time picking out the color of the deck than actually building it. Look, no shame in it, buddy, but let's be real. Michelle swings the hammer in that house. You're about as breakable as one of those cheap twigs they sell in the gardening section.
All right, you got your jokes in. But when I'm chilling on my perfectly built deck, sipping a lemonade, and you guys are still arguing over which screw goes where, I'll be the one laughing.
All right, let's slap a rating on this. I say B tier at best. It's got some decent stuff, but the customer service, awful. You ask for help and suddenly everyone's on a lunch break.
Nah, Jack, this is an easy A. You walk in, you smell that fresh cut wood, you feel like a real man, even if you're just there to buy a single screw. Reminds me of back in the Roman Empire, when we built aqueducts with our bare hands. None of this fancy electric saw crap.
I'm with Joe, A tier. Good selection, good deals, and sometimes you just need a quiet place to wander around when your wife kicks you out.
See, you all talk trash, but you're still putting it high. I'm saying solid A tier. If you actually know what you're doing, it's great. If you don't, well, that's what YouTube tutorials are for.
I don't really understand why people need entire stores for this sort of thing. In the wizarding world, we just flick our wands and poof, instant renovations. But I do enjoy the little plant section, so I'll say B tier.
Home Depot is an establishment catering to individuals with rudimentary construction skills, which, quite frankly, I lack. However, I do appreciate the organizational system in place. B tier.
So, sounds like we got a mix of A's and B's. Fine, we'll put it in A tier. But I'm still not convinced Obama actually knows how to use a hammer. Next, we have Walgreens. Oh, it's a disaster. The prices are through the roof. The employees look like they've seen things they can't talk about, and half the shelves are empty. FT ear. Total scam.
Come on, man. You can't hate Walgreens. It's the place you stumble into at 3 a.m., half-conscious, looking for cough syrup and a pack of gum. It's a sanctuary for the weary traveler.
I gotta say, Joe's got a point. You ever just wander through the aisles and find the weirdest stuff? One time I went in for Tylenol, and I left with sunglasses, a bag of pistachios, and a birthday card for a cat. B tier.
It's convenient, sure, but let's be honest, it's only good when you're desperate. And Trump's right, the prices are criminal, C tier. Trump and Bill look like angels compared to these crooks.
I like the seasonal decorations. They have little plushies for Halloween and Christmas that sing when you press them. It's like they're enchanted. B tier.
As a man of science, I appreciate their pharmacy's efficiency, though I despise the unpredictability of their receipts. Why does a single pack of Band-Aids require a scroll longer than my master's thesis? B tier.
So what, B tier? Fine, but just know this. If Walgreens ever ran the country, we'd all be bankrupt just from buying toothpaste.
Best Buy, man. I got history with this place. After I was VP, I was broke as hell because, I loaned all my money to Hunter and his buddies in China. So I used to hang out at Best Buy, playing Candy Crush and Toy Blast on the display tablets. Real good times, that is, until they caught me trying to take a nap on one of those massage chairs, kicked me out. Unbelievable. They even put my face on the front door, and all of the conservatives would call me Brandon, and they set their dog on me. I was so done with life until Nancy helped me out.
Sad, absolutely pathetic. But also, let's be honest, Best Buy is a joke now. Who even goes there? Everything they sell you can just buy online for cheaper. The internet has wiped them off the map. They're dinosaurs.
Man, I remember when Best Buy was the place to go for a CD player and some fresh speakers. Now it's just empty shelves and desperate employees trying to sell you a Geek Squad membership. It's tragic.
I'll give them this, though. They've still got solid warranties. But yeah, they're barely hanging on. Other stores and online shopping have made Best Buy their bitch.
I think their store has a strange, hollow energy. Like it's clinging to life but doesn't know why. It's very sad, like an abandoned owl nest.
The lack of knowledgeable staff offends me. Once, I asked a question about quantum computing, and the associate directed me to an HDMI cable.
Left here, just like Joe's Candy Crush skills.
I have to agree with you there, Don. Let's move on.
Dollar Tree? Oh God, disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Under my presidency, it was Dollar Tree. $1. Now, thanks to Sleepy Joe's disastrous economy, it's $1.25 tree. Doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? Tragic. Sad.
Well, hold on, Jack. Dollar Tree is still a great place. Where else can you get a pair of sunglasses, a pack of gum, and some weird shampoo all for under $5? Back in my day, we had stores like this in Rome, called them denarius depots. You could get a roasted pheasant for one single coin.
I think Dollar Tree is wonderful. It's full of small treasures waiting to be discovered. The last time I went, I found a candle that smelled exactly like my childhood dreams.
Man, I actually can't go to my local Dollar Tree anymore. Got banned. Turns out the store manager's younger sister? Yeah, well, she and I, let's just say we had a thing. And when she found herself in a certain situation, I kind of dropped her off in the woods and, well, didn't come back.
Jesus, Bill. That's not just getting banned. That's how horror movies start.
That's beyond disgraceful, Bill. Even for you. Almost impressive. Almost.
Well, I do have a talent for getting in trouble. That's why I'm here in the first place.
That's reprehensible, but also Dollar Tree is barely functional. Their scientific equipment section is just plastic magnifying glasses and glow sticks. F tier.
Now listen here, Poindexter. Dollar Tree is a national treasure. It's affordable, it's convenient, and it's got everything you need if you ain't got the cash for those fancy pants big box stores. You ever try their plastic forks? Sturdy as hell.
Sturdy? Please. I conducted a simple durability test by applying minimal force, approximately 2.3 newtons, and the fork snapped in half like your memory during a debate. No wonder why you were dragged out of the 2024 presidential election by outside bodies.
Now come on, that's in. Hold on, wait, what did you just say? I feel like I'm about to faint, folks.
Oh, never mind. This was barely an intellectual challenge. I was hoping for a more stimulating debate. However, I shall concede that the greeting card selection is indeed exceptional for its price point.
Damn, now I just feel underwhelmed.
That's every time you speak, Joe. Let's bring it down to D tier, because it still has a few treats for your grandma if you're in a crunch. Anyway, what do we have up next?
You know what? Macy's. They had miniature Toys R Us exhibits in there, like some kind of sick joke. I'm still rebuilding it, you know, and it'll be back. You remember the fire, right? I forgot I was cooking eggs and bacon while playing Xenoblade with Obama, Trump, and Bush, and boom, Toys R Us went up in flames. Don't know how I managed to fuck up that badly.
Joe, we don't need to revisit the Toys R Us catastrophe again. We've been through this. Let's focus, all right? Macy's. They have solid department store vibes, but they're a bit overpriced for what they offer.
Macy's? More like the land of overpriced sweaters and perfume samples. I mean, who's buying that stuff? The only thing that's really worth the money are the sales, but even then it's like buying a used car with a fresh coat of paint.
Look, I have no issues with Macy's, but I'm more concerned about their lack of a decent men's section. It's like they think only women know how to dress.
I think Macy's does have a lot of charm. It's like wandering through a magical forest where everything is just a bit more sparkly.
I must admit, Macy's is lacking when it comes to intellectual stimulation. Their kitchenware section is disappointingly basic, and there's a noticeable absence of scientific novelty items.
I swear Macy's has been a constant thorn in my side, but mark my words, I'll bring back my Toys R Us, just you wait.
Well, I think it's a solid B tier, but not even close to an A. Let's move on. Now, Ace Hardware, tremendous place. They have everything you need to fix your house, and let me tell you folks, my house is the best. Nobody builds houses like I do, but Ace, they come close. They have the best tools, the best prices, believe me.
Yeah, but can they fix a broken economy? You still haven't fixed that hazard yet.
Piss off, Brandon. They have these aisles, folks, aisles of tools. You walk in and it's like, wow, this is what America is all about. Hard work, great tools, making things happen.
You sure you know how to use those tools, Donald?
I know more about tools than you ever will, Bill. Ace Hardware, a tier. Top notch.
Oh, Costco, it's absolutely magical. The free samples are like little treasures hidden in plain sight. I once ate an entire meal just from wandering the aisles, tasting everything they offered. It's like a dream.
Yeah, and the pizza there, folks, is so big it's practically an entire meal. They just keep feeding you and you never stop. It's like a never-ending buffet of value. But you know what I love the most? The giant teddy bears. You get one and suddenly you've got yourself a friend.
Wait, what were we talking about again? Oh, right, Costco. Never been there, I think, or maybe I have. Is Bill fucking Teddy Roosevelt and Freddie Fazbear's Pizza.
Costco, the epitome of bulk purchasing. They operate on the principle of economies of scale. You buy in bulk, and you get a better per unit price. The membership model incentivizes savings. The layout is so efficient, it minimizes consumer decision fatigue. It's a behavioral economics dream, really.
God damn it, boys. Stop bringing in all of these weird people. You just killed Joe again. He's gonna respawn soon. But honestly, Joe, we can only kill you so many times before you come back looking like a Simpsons character.
This is the 4th time he died this week, folks. Don't mind him. Costco, folks, great place for people who like bulk. Big deals, lots of stuff. But if you're talking about free samples, that's like a winner for everyone.
I think we can all agree Costco is like a big, loving, food-filled dream.
Sure, but let's just say the people at Costco aren't getting a trophy for making the best pizza. That's all I'm saying. Bill, if you want good pizza, go to Domino's or Pizza Hut.
Right, yeah, Costco, sure.
A tier. The store is scientifically proven to be an efficient consumer experience.
I think we can all agree. But Joe, just try to wake up for this next one.
Kohl's? Oh, I've been there a few times. The atmosphere feels like walking into a land of mismatched socks and sparkly things. I think the sales racks are enchanted to change their prices based on the mood of the shopper. Very curious energy there.
Ah, Kohl's. You know, the only thing I really remember about that place is their clearance section. It's like an endless treasure hunt. You go in thinking you're just buying a shirt, and then you leave with a cart full of stuff you never knew you needed.
Kohl's is for people who don't know what they want. It's like a maze of half-off items and disappointment. I've walked out of that store empty-handed more times than I care to admit. Not a fan, folks.
I actually got my first pair of jeans from Kohl's after I was between administrations. Good fit, felt right, but man, the lines? So long you'd think they were giving away free burgers. Before I was president, I had always drawn on fake pants. It was so funny.
Kohl's operates on a basic retail principle. Flash sales and overstocked items create a false sense of urgency, encouraging impulsive purchases. It's basic consumer psychology, really.
You know, if you break it down like that, Sheldon, I might never look at Kohl's the same way again.
Well, with all that psychology talk, maybe Kohl's should pay Sheldon to be their new spokesperson.
Now that's an idea.
Honestly, it's not even close. I'm giving it a solid F. They try, but it's just not happening.
I'll give it a C. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. I mean, I got those jeans, so...
I'll go with a B. Great clearance deals, but not somewhere I'd go every day.
I'll give it an A. The energy in Kohl's is magical, even if it's a little chaotic. However, I will concede your points and put it in between in the C tier, sadly.
I gotta say, the name really makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's like they're daring you to make a joke. I've got a ton of material, but I'll keep it professional. Just kidding. I'm giving it a D because the name is just too distracting. I can't take anything seriously after hearing Dick's.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's practically begging for a joke. I remember walking in there and just thinking, well, this is awkward. But I'll give it a C. They've got some good sports equipment, so it's not all bad. I prefer a different kind of chamber, if you know what I mean.
Wait, I don't get it. You guys are just talking about the name, huh? This is why I always shop at Home Depot. At least they don't have a name like, well, you know. I'll give it a B just for the soccer balls, though.
I'm just here for the tennis rackets, but I suppose the name is a little unsettling. I'll give it a C because it does have some interesting merchandise.
Okay, let's just move on from the name, all right? We all know it's a little much.
You guys are killing me. It's just a store, all right? Great for outdoor gear. And the name? Well, let's just say it's definitely memorable. I'll give it a B.
Honestly, the name is irrelevant. Let's focus on the facts. Sports equipment, good pricing. I'll give it a B+.
B+. Sheldon, you're too kind. But I'm sticking with D, all right? No amount of equipment can save that name, and putting Dick's with D is just appropriate. Come on, guys. Burlington, it's like they're trying to be a department store but can't decide what they want to be. It's all over the place. I'll give it a C because they've got some decent stuff, but it's just off.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but sometimes you find some good deals. I'm going to give it a B. A few hidden gems if you're willing to dig through the chaos.
Burlington? Oh, I remember going there once when I was in Delaware and I couldn't find anything I liked. Feels like they're trying too hard to be a discount store. I'm giving it a D.
They have some interesting clothes, but I'm more interested in their scarves. I'll give it a B. There's a certain charm to it. And Joe, honey, we are in Delaware.
They've got a lot of stuff, but it's definitely not top tier. I'll give it a C. Just kind of average.
The store offers a variety of products, but the quality is inconsistent. Based on data, I'll give it a C.
This is my favorite grocery store by far. Aldi's got that small town feel where everyone knows your name. They keep it simple, no fuss. And the prices? Absolutely unbeatable. I always leave with a full cart and a happy wallet. A solid A for me.
Actually, Biden, you're missing the most intriguing part of Aldi. The behavioral psychology they use to maximize profit. They charge you for carts, make you bring your own bags, and put impulse items at the checkout. It's genius. And slightly manipulative, but I'll still give it a B.
Oh, don't get me started on the carts. You pay for the cart and they know you're not getting that quarter back. It's a brilliant little scam, honestly. But the prices are so low, you can't complain too much. I'll give it a B, but they've got the best deal-making strategy.
I can't argue with that, Trump. The prices are great, but the selection? Hey, not so much. It's basic, but it's effective. And hey, if you're just looking for simple groceries without the fluff, Aldi's the way to go. I'm giving it a B as well.
Yeah, it's practical. The selection could be better, but for what you get, it's solid. I appreciate how efficient it is. Aldi's no frills, but it's cheap and to the point. I'll put it at a B too.
You know, Aldi always feels a little magical. There's something charming about how simple it is, even though it's not the fanciest. I can appreciate that. A solid B from me, I think.
See, it's not just me. Aldi's got something special, even if it's not all that glamorous.
You know, I'm not complaining. They've got everything you need. If you're a basic person like me, Aldi works just fine.
I wouldn't call it glamorous, but it's certainly efficient. And you can't argue with the psychology behind it. They've figured out how to make you spend money without you realizing it. That's not easy to do.
True, but it's not perfect. I don't think you're walking in there for a gourmet meal anytime soon. But if you're looking for budget groceries, they've got it covered.
Well, they do their job, and honestly, they're better than most grocery stores out there for saving money. It's not a luxury experience, but it's functional.
There's a bit of mystery in everything they sell. It makes grocery shopping a little more exciting. I think that's what keeps me coming back.
See, even Luna gets it. It's not just about the deals. There's something different about Aldi. But yeah, a B seems fair.
Well, that's the consensus, folks. B it is. You can't beat the prices, but they've got a lot to learn about luxury. Maybe I can be their teacher. It's about time to bring back Trump University, folks.
PetSmart should be at least an S tier. It's where magic happens, pets and creatures everywhere. There's a special bond between me and that store. If I didn't have it, I don't know what I'd do with myself. It's perfect.
No, Luna, that's absurd. PetSmart is disgusting. Animals in cages? They smell terrible, and I've never once understood why people are so fond of critters. They're unpredictable, germ-ridden, and honestly, quite frankly, I'm just glad they aren't chasing after me and the cages are in fact secure. I tested them out too, and Leonard kept me in there for a week straight, and I couldn't find a way out. What a guy.
Come on, Sheldon, give Luna a break. Pets are great, man. I mean, I don't have one. Hunter keeps me busy enough, but I see the appeal. They're loyal, you know. PetSmart's got a lot to offer.
Yeah, I'm with Luna on this one. Pets are fantastic, and PetSmart's got everything. They've got everything you need to pamper your little furry friends. I'll give it an S. Just keep them away from me and my golden-plated furniture. That's all.
No, you can't seriously be ranking it that high. The smells alone. I prefer to have my interactions with animals from a very safe distance. It's like a zoo for people who don't know how to handle living things. Honestly, Luna, you're out of your mind.
Sheldon, I love them all. Whether it's cats, dogs, hamsters, or reptiles, they make the world more interesting. Without PetSmart, I'd be very lonely.
You know, Luna's got a point. When I was younger, I spent a lot of time at pet stores. They offer more than just animals. They offer companionship. It's a place where everyone's welcome, even people like me who are just hanging around, maybe needing a pick-me-up.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Joe. I've been to PetSmart with Chelsea. Bought a hamster once, though she didn't like it that much. But it was fun. I think I'd rate it high, too.
Fine. You all clearly love the place and Luna's attached, so whatever. I'll give it a C, but just know that it's only because Luna practically lives there. I'm not convinced by the joy of pet ownership.
Hey man, no shame. At least you're willing to give it a C. But come on, give Luna some credit. This place means something to her, and maybe a little something to all of us. Kmart, folks. Kmart. This place is an institution. I've spent so many hours in there over the years. You can't beat the blue light specials, the prices, the deals. There's no better place to pick up cheap stuff that you didn't know you needed. It's a classic. Don't knock it.
I must defend Kmart as well. My mother gave birth to me inside a Kmart. I know this sounds strange, but it's a part of my DNA. I'm contractually obligated to support the store, if not for sentimental reasons, at least for the historical significance. And they have a good selection of light bulbs. I mean, they had the blue light special. It makes sense.
Wait. Biden, seriously? Kmart? That's a store that's been circling the drain for years. Every time you go in, you feel like you're stepping into a 2004 time warp. The aisles are dusty, the staff looks confused, and the only thing that's ever really on sale is, well, everything.
I don't know about that, Donald. Kmart's got its charm, I guess. It's like that old neighborhood store no one wants to let go of, even though it's hanging by a thread. But I mean, let's be honest here. There's a reason they're on their last legs.
Look, I get it, Biden. Kmart holds a certain nostalgia for some folks, but you can't ignore that it's been left behind. Target, Walmart, they're just more accessible. It's trying to compete by being the low-cost option, but they're not even trying anymore. It's like, hey, we're still here, remember us? I heard it's pretty popular in Australia still.
You're all missing the point. Kmart's like family. It's reliable, like an old friend you can always count on for a good bargain. They might not have the flashiness of the new guys, but they've got heart. And don't forget, it's where I bought my first suit. That means something.
For what it's worth, Biden is right. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Kmart. So, as much as I want to say no to everything else you're all saying, I must defend it.
Yeah, well, it's not saving you from a low rating. I'm sorry, but it's Kmart, not the savior of retail.
All right, let's settle this. Kmart may have some sentimental value, but let's be real. It's on life support. We can't ignore that.
Yeah, but when you need socks at 3 in the morning and Walmart's closed, Kmart's there for you. It's like a reliable old car that still gets you from A to B.
Fun, I'll give it some credit, but it's still a D-tier store. Maybe we can head down to Miami and visit the last American one still open. We can put it in A-tier since you feel so strongly about it.
All right, everyone, we need to rank Toys R Us next. But it's not just about ranking a store. It's about its return. My store in Wilmington is going to be the reinvigoration of the franchise. The dreams, the toys, the joy. I'm putting everything into this. I even sold my house to live in the basement with Bill.
I think I'm the one who's going to be stuck with the basement for a while. You know how it is. Hillary caught me doing things with Lindsay Lohan, and now, well, I'm here. But I guess it's not so bad. I've been hanging out with Rick Astley downstairs.
Exactly, Bill. See, I'm doing it for the people. I'm committed. Toys R Us will be back stronger than ever. When it opens, you'll all be amazed. I can even invite you all over for the grand opening. It's going to be huge.
I will stay with you, Joe. But just for the record, I have a theory that Leonard or Amy will come looking for me eventually. They're my roommates, after all. I've got responsibilities. But for now, I'll make do. Plus, who doesn't love the idea of a Toys R Us with adult supervision?
You know, I'll stay too. I'll be here until 2028 when I run for president again. I've got big plans for the future, and I'll need your support, Joe, when I come calling.
If Joe's happy, I'm happy. It's all about the energy he's putting out into the world. I'm just here to support. Toys R Us is a sacred place after all, right, Joey?
I knew I could count on all of you. This is it. This is our moment. The future of Toys R Us starts right now. Now, I just have to make sure I don't get kicked out of the basement for the umpteenth time.
Oh, Biden, you're taking this a bit too seriously. But I guess it's your thing. Toys R Us? Really? Come on, it's a playground for kids. They'll get bored of it in 2 weeks. I can already see it now. Biden's Toy Palace.
You know what, Donald? At least Joe's trying to bring some joy to the world. Unlike you just talking about how everything's terrible and fake news. But hey, at least you don't have to live with him.
And I'm going to make sure the toys are actually good this time. No cheap knockoffs, no nonsense. Real, quality toys for the children. For the future.
Quality toys, huh? You can't even get quality in your basement, Joe.
Okay, Trump, you've got jokes. But the real joke here is how you think Michelle's a man. I mean, it's 2025, man. Are you still stuck on that? Tell me. What do you think, huh?
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't... That's not what I meant, Obama. You're just mad because you're embarrassed.
Don't you dare bring my family into this. You don't know anything about me, Trump. You think you can embarrass me? You don't know anything about real family, real strength. I've had enough of this. You want to mess with me? You better step the hell back.
Oh, I'm so scared, Obama. Real calm down. It was just a joke.
I need a fucking vacation.